So with that being said, my name is Shalane Aldridge, and I'm a project manager at the WDC, overseeing a number of projects. One of them in, um, one of them being this digital navigation grant. And I'm going to pass it to Sabrina.
I'm Sabrina Roach with Make Digital Equity, and I'll have more about myself in the other part of the program. I'll pass it to Liz.
Hi. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Liz Moore from Applied Inference, the third-party evaluator. And I thought I was supposed to pass it to Sabrina.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna pass it to Marie so that Marie can welcomes the group, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and do introductions. So Marie.
Good morning, everybody. Marie Carote, I'm the CEO of Workforce Development Council, Seattle King County. Want me to just go ahead with the welcome and then now? Okay. I am so pleased to be here and to see the screen. I think this is a great example of kind of the work that we can do collaboratively in partnership, and we're so thankful to our partners, City of Seattle and King County's IT departments and Seattle Public Libraries. We all know in this stream that digital equity is a huge need in our community. And we're seeing more and more people left behind, but mostly, and more importantly, we're seeing communities, immigrant refugee communities, BIPOC communities, those that don't have that access, really being impacted. So with this partnership, through this partnership, kind of taking a new approach. I'm so thankful to my team for really reaching out to other partners. But as you all know, there's been a lot of responses to digital equity, and they've been very siloed. So people in the community then are required to find all these different places to apply. And we know that the need is so great that while we are pleased that we were able to, through this grant, fund 10 organizations and added through some flexible WIOA dollars we had added 2 more applications, it's still not enough. We received applications from 31 organizations, totaling more than $2.1 million. So this is really the beginning, and I think the power of this partnership really is to demonstrate through the great work you all are going to do to bring in additional resources to really meet the needs in a way that is coordinated and that really reaches into our communities. So just thank you, and it's great to see you all. I'm looking forward to this next 9 months of learning kind of what works and what doesn't.
Thank you, Marie. And next on the agenda are introductions from those involved in this project. We will start with the WDC team, followed by consortium members, project consultants, and partner organizations. So please share your name, title, and organization you represent. And I think we will start with the WDC fiscal team. So Jeff, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Marisol. My name is Jeff Sikora, and I am the Director of Finance and Contracts with the Workforce Development Council. I've been here about 7 years and have worked at a number of nonprofit organizations in my career. So I've been at Refugee Women's Alliance, and I've been at Seattle Goodwill. And, my philosophy, I mean, I know a lot of times people hear, fiscal types of things and accounting, and it just, kind of worries them. But I'd like to assure you, and I'm going to also introduce you in a couple of seconds to 2 members of my team who you'll have most direct contact with. But my philosophy and my team's philosophy is we're here to help you. Do not lose sleep, lose hair, any of those types of things, with questions. We're here to help you. And it's part of our, kind of strategic plan to develop capacity within, all organizations, and, certainly the smaller organizations that are, coming as part of this partnership. So once again, anything we can do to help you, we will do that. And all you have to do is reach out. And what I'd like to do at this point in time, and congratulations to all of you for your awards. So I'm going to pass it on to Karina, and then Karina's going to pass it on to Laura. Karina is our contracts and compliance manager, and Laura is our budget manager. So Karina, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, everyone. I'm Karina Valentinas, and as Jeff said, I am the Contracts and Compliance Manager for the WDC. I'm excited to get to know you all a little bit and work with you. I'm relatively new to my role here. I've been here for about 4 months now, but like Jeff, I have a nonprofit and workforce development background, formerly from Seattle Goodwill, and now Evergreen Goodwill, excuse me. And excited to be here. I'll talk a little bit more about how we'll interact and how I can be helpful in the next part of the agenda. But until then, I'm going to pass this to Laura to introduce herself.
Good morning. My name is Laura Kapusinski, and I am the budget manager with WDC. I have slightly more seniority over Karina. I've been here 5 months. But we have a great team that's very collaborative and helping each other. So you know, any help that I can give, I'm here for it. So I'll pass it off to Ganendra.
Thank you, Laura. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ganendra. I'm also a project manager here at the WDC. I've been with the WDC for about 1.5 years. If anybody has heard about the Economic Security for All, that's one of the projects that I manage. And yeah, I will pass it on to, and I represent the programs team, and then I'll pass it on to my colleague, Sheena Clark.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sheena Clark. I am a project manager with the Workforce Development Council. I oversee the youth programs, and I am right there with Karina. I've been here for about 4 months, and really excited to work with you all and hear a little bit more about the grant.
Okay, and I'll jump in. My name is Mike Davey, Director of Programs at the WDC. I've been here for 8 years and really excited about this project and all the partnerships coming together. So really interested to learn and just understand the services and resources that are going to be brought to the community. So really looking forward to it. I will pass it over to Mira at the city.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mira Joe, Digital Equity Advisor for City of Seattle. So excited to meet you all and also excited to partner with WDC on this grant. So really, thank you for providing leadership, WDC, and Seattle IT is just looking forward to supporting you all in any way that we can. So. Should I pass it? Oh, Elizabeth, can I pass it off to Elizabeth?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Yaukia. I'm the Workforce Development and Adult Basic Education Program Manager at the Seattle Public Library, and I am really excited to be here and doing what we can to support all of you. My work is, I think, in the context of this project, pretty much focused on the digital skills training part. So we'll get you connected to North Star and a bunch of other resources that you can use with your clients. And I'm going to pass it to Daryl Hunt. Do I see Daryl at the King County IT? Is Daryl here?
No, it doesn't look like he's on yet, so we can go ahead and just
let's pass it to Morgan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Morgan Hostetler. I'm with Interconnection. We are the tech provider for this program. I'm also incredibly excited to meet all of y'all and get a chance to work together. I've been at this, I'm originally from the education field. I've actually only been at Internet Connection for about 3 months now. So I'm glad that the entirety of everyone here is just a bunch of newcomers. So it's exciting. But yeah, so I'll pass it off to Applied Inference.
There. Hello, I'm Liz Moore from Applied Inference. And like I said earlier, I'm the external evaluator. And when I get to the part about where I say a little bit more about what I'm doing, you'll find out just how collaborative I am. So I'll pass it on to Sabrina.
Thank you, Liz. Likewise, Sabrina Roach with Make Digital Equity. And Marisol, I think next one is yours.
Thank you, Sabrina. And I think now we're gonna open it up for our 12 organizations to introduce themselves. So we're gonna start with Casa Latina.
Marisol, hi everyone. I'm Jessica Salvador. I am, give me a second. I'm off camera because I actually am literally icing my shoulder. So let's take the ice off. I'm Jessica Salvador, I'm Casa Latina, the co-executive director. I have a few other folks on this call with me, so I'll let them introduce themselves. And if Vanya, if you want to go.
Yep, I'm Vanya Dasme, and I am the other co-ED of Casa Latina. I don't think anyone else is on.
I think Suzanne is also on, actually.
Okay.
Suzanne, are you on? I feel like I saw your name. And one other person, Suzanne Botelli, I think she's on, but maybe she just got off. But thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Now the Chinese Information and Service Center.
Oh, hi. Good morning. This is Stephen Lam with the Chinese Information and Service Center. And we appreciate and thank you for the award because we are really looking forward to work with the partners to support the community in accessing the digital resources, especially for those people who are socially and physically isolated. I do have our team member, Carol, on, and probably maybe Carol will also like to talk a little bit about herself and also, what will be her expectation about this project. Hi, Carol.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Carrie Wang with Chinese Information and Service Center, Family Resource Center Director. I am so excited about this partnership and this project. I started my career as in charging the Community Technology Center at CISC 20-something years ago. And I am so glad to see this body of work has grown and also to be able to support more and more people in this digital world. So we are getting ready and very excited for this project. And thank you so much for this partnership and opportunity. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Karia. And I don't think we have anybody else from your team. So we're going to move on to the East African Community Services. Anybody from East African Community Services? Yeah, we can always go back and we're going to move on to El Centro de la Raza.
Good morning. My name is Silvia Rubio. I'm sorry, my camera's not working this morning, but I am the Human Services Director. I've been at El Centro for over 21 years. And one of the programs that I supervise is the digital skills trainings. And I do have two members, I believe, my program administrator, Lena, and Joseph, who does the some direct services. If you will introduce yourselves, please.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Joseph Gomez. My role is the Unidos Development Assistant. So I basically am in charge of facilitating the programs about digital literacy. So we do about 8 different courses throughout the year. So we're really excited to see what our partnership with you all will look like. And yeah, I'm super excited.
Good morning. I am Elena Osterg. I am a Human Services Department Program Administrator to Silvia Rubio, and I do support with the admin part on this program. Thank you all, and nice meeting you.
Thank you to El Centro. Friendship Circle of Washington.
Hi, my name is Ashley Gregory. I'm responsible for development and marketing communications at Friendship Circle of Washington. And my background is with digital equity with Interconnection, actually. So we're really excited to expand our teen and young adult programming. I think Kim's going to come over because her microphone's not working though, and introduce herself. 1 second.
Hi, my name is Kimberly. I am the program manager for Friendship Circle, so working directly with our families and volunteers. Thank you.
Thank you. Horn of Africa?
So hello everyone, my name is Ebsa Chifo from Horn of Africa Services. I'm a program manager here at Horn of Africa Service. We are thankful and then for the opportunity to get this fund and be able to support our community here. So my colleagues are Johannes.
Hi everyone, my name is Johannes. I'm a youth program manager here at the Horn of Africa Service, and good to see you all. Thank you. Now I'll pass to Helen.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Helen Mahari. I work with Horn Africa Services as community outreach. I'm glad to work with you all.
Thank you, Horn of Africa team. I'm sorry, Helen. Anybody else from your team?
I'll pass to Cohort.
Hello, everybody. My name is Fastu. I work from Horn of Africa and community outreach and Somali language. I'm glad to work with you guys.
Finally, the second Helen. We have two Helens here.
Oh, I'm Pastor Helen. Hi, everyone. My name is Helen Zagaya. I'm client support specialist here in Horn of Africa Services. I am a navigator for these programs. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
That's it from us.
Thank you and welcome. Kamei community of Seattle, King County. I know they had difficulties today, so probably they were not able to join us. Puget Sound Training Center.
Good morning, everybody. This is Christia Escobar from Puget Sound Training Center. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me too much because I'm in a place with a lot of noise, but I am the program manager here. We're very excited for this opportunity. I do have more of my staff members here in this meeting, so if you guys are able to also introduce yourselves, please do so. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zelda, and I'm a case manager at PSTC. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I saw Hara on the call too. Hara, are you available to introduce yourself? If not, we can always go back. We'll move on to Sound Generations.
Hi, I'm Michelle Papineau. I'm the grants manager at Sound Generations, and we're excited to focus this work particularly on the senior centers in Ballard and West Seattle. So I think Carly at Ballard wasn't able to make it, but I'll let Martin and Amy Lee introduce themselves.
All right, I am Martin Piccoli. I'm the Digital Equity Coordinator at the Senior Center of West Seattle, and I'll be digital navigating both here and at Ballard. I'm really excited about this program. It just really gives the opportunity for many more connections in this workspace and to really continue and expand the work that we've been doing.
Right. And I'm Amy Lee Darenthal, and I'm the Executive Director in West Seattle at the Senior Center. And I, too, am super excited to meet all of you this morning and to be part of this. So thank you to everybody.
Thank you. Uplift Northwest.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ellie Pershing. I'm the Chief Development Officer at Uplift Northwest. I'm really excited to see some familiar faces. I've worked with WDC in the past, and this is really exciting for me because I had such a great experience. So I'm sorry I don't have my camera on. I'm actually sick with the flu today, but I didn't want to miss this meeting. I'm really grateful to be here, and I know we have some other members of our team, but we're just so excited. We have seen such a huge need this year, especially in the folks that we serve for this type of service. And so we're just really grateful to be able to grow our program. So Liz, if you want to take it from there. So nice to see everybody's faces too.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name's Liz. I'm the BFET Program Manager at Uplift Northwest. And yeah, we are super excited to learn more about this program. I'll pass it along to Max.
Hi, so I'm Max. I'm the Program Manager here at Uplift Northwest. Just to repeat what my colleagues said, I'm very excited to learn more about this and just to see how we can expand the opportunities that we offer to those that we serve.
Thank you. Urban
Hi.
League? Oops, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm sorry,
awesome.
Dorothy.
Part of Uplift. My name is Durati. I'm a data and information specialist. And like all my colleagues said, I'm very excited to learn about this program.
Welcome. Anybody else from your team? Looks like not. We will move on to Urban League.
Hello, good morning. My name is Robert Jones. I'm the Senior Director of Workforce and Education here with the Urban League. Excited to be with you all this morning and excited to hear more about the program.
Thank you. Anybody else from your team, Robert?
I was actually just looking through the chat. I don't believe so. Nope, I don't believe so. Nope, just me
Thank
this
you.
morning.
All right, welcome. And War Relief.
Hi, I'm Megan Kennedy. I'm the ESL Program Manager at World Relief. Obviously, digital equity intersects with many of our different departments. So our digital navigator will be working with refugee and immigrant participants in our English programs, but also employment programs, youth programs, resettlement programs, all of the above. But I'll be supporting that person and they'll be housed under our ESL department. And I'll pass it to my colleague Hugh.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kelly. I'm the grant manager. I just want to say we're really honored and blessed to be working with great partners, and we look forward to making a great difference in our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And did I miss anyone? Anybody from East African Community Services? All right. Well, we have 12 organizations. We are planning to have, ongoing meetings as a cohort, so you will get to work with each other more and get to know one another over the next 7 months. But now I would like to give the floor to Shalane so that she can share an overview of the project.
Thank you, Marisol. I'm so excited to see all of your faces here. This work has not happened overnight. And so, I know that many of you saw a lot of the issues and the inequities that begin to become so apparent with the onset of COVID-19. There were so many affected by the digital divide, but a lot of the communities were disproportionately affected. Many low-income communities, immigrants and refugees, older individuals, those that were experiencing housing instability. And I think the intent really around this project was to help create a coordinated effort regionally. We know that a lot of organizations worked so hard to deploy a lot of resources for digital equity throughout the last 2 years. But with the feedback that we've gotten from the community, sometimes resources were hard to find. They weren't in a centralized place. And so I really want to give credit to my colleague Marisol Tapia Hopper. She saw the need for digital equity and really wanted to provide it as a central component of what we were doing at the WDC. So originally we didn't have funding behind us to do this, but through the partnerships that she developed, a consortium was developed with the City of Seattle IT, King County IT, the Washington State Library, and then later Seattle Library. And so when the Commerce Grant became available, we were primed and ready, and we worked with the consortium with the intent to build a program to bring together those big systems and provide regional infrastructure, but really also to build capacity within all of your organizations by providing a cohort and being very intentional to create a community of practice monthly where we could really lean on one another to learn real time, problem solve. We also are providing curriculum support. Now, we have a lot of experience with North Star, but there are other resources as well. And so we will continue to provide that and help you to determine what some of those best practices are and fill the gaps as our colleague Sabrina with Making Digital Equity is meeting with all of you. We also plan to continue our mapping of digital resources and to also provide standardized training to a lot of your staff. So some are already in place, but others are new. And so we really want to make sure that we're providing all of that infrastructure and we're doing it together so that each of the organizations are not having to do that individually. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm also very excited to have this be evaluated as well. So with Liz engaging with all your participants as well as all of you, we really hope to glean some amazing best practices that you all can take and continue as we move this work forward. But also, we know that this is a federal priority. And so as other funding becomes available, having the experience and that 10,000 foot level view of what's going on and what's working will really help to position all of us to continue this work as more funding becomes available. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Jeff, would you like to share an overview of your team?
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you again. It's good to chat with you a couple minutes later. But obviously the fiscal team and the contracts team, we're part of the process. I think, of course, everybody wants to get paid for the work that they're doing. So, we're going to work closely with you to make sure, that you understand how our system works and have invoice templates that tie to your budgets. And kind of the first step is always the contracts. So that's, what Karina is going to be, working on. And then if you're not a vendor in our system, we'll be asking for W-9 so we can get you into our system for that. But, the fiscal team, the program team, the data team, we try to work, kind of in tandem to manage the programs that we run. So I would hope that, there'd be representation when you meet as a consortium, not only of the program staff, Marisol, Shalan, Ganundra, but also members of my fiscal team who can, address challenges that you may be experiencing, not only on an individual level, they can be addressed in that way, or, as a group think type of solution if there are issues in terms of any of the program. Because as we all know, from programs have an intention, and sometimes there's some little bumps in the road or new information that comes that does change things a little bit. So hopefully we'll work together and make this all a super successful project, as Shalan had said. So let me pass it on to Karina, and then Karina can pass it on to Laura and can talk a little bit about some of the specifics there on contracts and invoicing.
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, as Jeff said, so hi again for me too. I'm the contracts and compliance manager. So
what that means, and in addition to the holistic approach that we have and sort of collaborating with everybody, and you can reach out to anybody on our team and we'll get an answer for you if you have a question. That said, specifically from me, if you receive a contract from us, it will come from me via Adobe. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. If you get any emails that are from contracts@WDC, that's me. So, and I'm happy to help and assist in any way I can as you move through the process. Sometimes there are questions around what different things mean. Contracts are long. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm here to assist. And with that said, I'll pass it over to Laura to talk about her role.
Yeah, so I kind of have a twofold role. First is going to be helping get the budget set up. So for each of your contracts, you'll have a budget. We've got a very specific template that we'll set up and try and set up a meeting with each team to kind of here's how to fill it out. And then once we've got that, we'll put it into give it to Karina to put in the full contract. And then each month when it's time to submit an invoice for reimbursement from the WDC, those invoices will come to me. Again, we have a very specific format that we use and some backup that we need. So when we talk about filling out the budget template, we'll also go through that invoice template. Here's what it means. Make sure everyone, we're transparent about how it works. Deadlines for invoices each month, and just, if there's ever any questions throughout the process, feel free to reach out. So with that, I'll pass it off to Morgan.
Thank you so much. Hi again, everybody. Long time no chat. So like I said before, I'm Morgan Hostetler. I'm with Interconnection. I am the program coordinator here. So our role, Interconnection's role, is we are going to be providing the hotspots, the laptops, and the mice to y'all. So there will be a process for ordering, and I will be working individually with each of the organizations to kind of go over the holistic process of how to place an order. There's an order form. It's very intuitive and simple. Each organization will have their own form. And when you place an order through that, we'll be able to get everything going on our back end here. And then I will coordinate, again, individually with y'all organizations and figure out, distribution times and shipments and all of that sort of stuff. There's also going to be for hotspots, there's a second form. And again, I've created a PowerPoint that I'll share with y'all, and then I will also follow up and kind of walk y'all through this individually. But there's another verification process for hotspots because of the nature of, our partnerships with how we get our hotspots and things like that. And so there's a Google form that, you will be asked to check the recipient's eligibility, and then a paper document that you will sign as well. And in terms of, distribution, getting in contact with me and everything like that, I am going to be, on top of it. From Interconnection side, I will be a point of contact. So if there's ever any questions, comments, concerns, emotions, feelings, just want to say hi and reach out, you're more than welcome to do that. And I'm able to be contacted by phone and by email. So what I'll be doing, again, is after this meeting, I'll be reaching out to y'all and establishing those points of contacts and those communication channels there. And then the last thing before I pass it on is I just want to quickly kind of give y'all an example. So we will be providing little hotspots in boxes such as this one, and then your laptops are going to be looking like this. So, nice laptops, everything is included and stuff like that. So yeah, with that, I will pass it on to Mira at Seattle IT. Thanks so much, everyone.
Hi, everybody. So right now we have 5 digital navigator organizations providing services through a cohort model with in Seattle. And so these were recipients of the Seattle Digital Equity Grants. They're providing direct digital navigator services. We meet every month as part of a cohort, and these monthly meetings are really as practitioner meetings. support for reporting, strategies around collecting outcomes, sharing training on city resources, providing documents on the website around digital literacy skills, also referrals. So information about social service agencies where navigators can refer people for support. And so I'm hoping that we can give you all access to that team site. It's a Microsoft Team site. And you don't need to be on Teams already to access this website. And that's really where kind of our resource hub will be. And we can share resources. And so we don't want anyone to try to reinvent the wheel. If there are resources or an expertise that you have, in particular, your organization, that can support other digital navigators, we hope that you'll be able to share those with the other digital navigator organizations. So really looking forward to supporting you all.
And Mira, really quick, I think also one of the intentions of why we're working so closely with the city of Seattle is that we really want to scale these 2 cohorts and really have that community of practice where we're really sharing resources and doing this work collaboratively and together. So we're really working to not only align, but also coordinate the services in a way that scales the impact of this work. And also one of the intentions behind the device distribution, 500 devices to 150 laptops, is that these 5 organizations and some of the other organizations that the city of Seattle is funded could also make referrals directly to you so that those clients that they're serving could also have access to laptops. So many of these organizations will also be reaching out to your programs directly so that they can get people from the community connected to devices. But with that, I think, Mira, maybe we'll pass it to Dana so that she can share her role within the city of Seattle team.
Hi everyone, I'm Dana. I recently joined the City of Seattle with their digital equity team as an administrative specialist. A lot of the work that I'll be doing is with the Digital Navigator cohort and helping Mira out with that, as well as doing some affordable connectivity outreach. But, yeah.
Thank you. Daryl.
Good morning. My name is Daryl Hunt. I'm with King County IT. Nice to meet everyone. Apologize for my voice, but I have this this cold thing that's going around that lasts, I think, for a week to 2 weeks, so I'll be short. King County is really interested in all of this work, and particularly we are following and tracking participation in the ACP program, the Affordable Connectivity Program. I will put a link into the chat where you can use our map as a resource to understand by zip code, not only what participation looks like in King County, but what eligibility, but not subscribe to the program, what those numbers look like as well. And so feel free to use that map. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. In addition to the mapping effort we've been doing, we'll be applying for federal ACP grant funds to conduct a county-wide ACP awareness campaign. And so we'll be utilizing advertising, that's social media. We'll be doing a direct mail campaign. We'll be putting ads on buses in areas that are targeted efforts for the ACP program. We'll be doing some radio advertising and King County TV advertising, among other things. So the goal is to drive and create as much awareness around the ACP program that we can, and driving households to your individual organizations so that you can either point them to ACP sign-up opportunities or engage directly with them through the application process to help them sign up for the program. So we're excited about the work that the City of Seattle is doing and that ADC or WDC is doing. And so we look forward to working with you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth?
Hello again. Yeah, reminder, I'm from the Seattle Public Library, and I'm super excited about this project. We have a lot of folks who come into the library who we can't support very well because they have different language needs or things like that. And we're just super excited to do what we can do to support you, to support those folks in the community. Yeah, like I said earlier, what I'm anticipating is mostly that'll be around digital skills training, helping you find resources, curriculum, different things like that that fits the needs of your particular organization and the folks that you serve. So really happy to be here. Excited for all of you. And sorry, I'm losing track of what I'm doing here. I'm going to pass it along to Liz again.
Hello, thank you. I was inspired to make a little PowerPoint last night because I think it'll be more interesting than just hearing me. Can I haven't done this before. Do I just click the share button? Let's see. Then I guess I can just open this. Can tell me if it's working.
I don't see anything yet.
Oh, let's see. Well, if not, do you see anything?
Nope, not yet.
Nope. Okay, well, I think maybe I don't know how to do it. So
So there's like what does it look like? So do you see the share?
I do see the share. Oh, so I pick it from there. Okay, just a second. I think I'm going to have to stop trying to be fancy. Otherwise, did I just close you off?
Nope, we can see it.
Oh, you can? How exciting. Okay, just a second.
If you can make it just a little bit bigger, like maybe if you can expand the...
There, did that do it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
Okay, so so let me see, let me back up. The first thing I want to do, I want to be able to tell you a little bit about what to expect from the evaluation and what kind of help I'm going to be asking for from you. So the first step is going to be to learn more about your organizations and how your digital navigators will work with community members and to work with you to figure out the best ways to get information that the evaluation is going to need. And so to do that, I'm going to join calls at the beginning of the project, and there will probably be more follow-up calls as we work it out. Then I'll need to get information about your customers when they join the project. So at enrollment, let me see, I've made a survey that asks demographic and employment questions and that does a little assessment of technology skills, existing technology skills and access. And it's fine if there's no technology and no skills yet. It's just the pre-survey. So I'll be asking the digital navigators to administer these surveys when the people come in. And the things that we'll have to work out is whether it will be possible to do online surveys or if we'll need to use paper. I'd like to get your input on whether the surveys will need to be translated. And I'm going to ask you to look over the questions to be sure they're okay and to see if there's any other questions that you think should be added for the purposes of your organization. And I want to say another thing, that one of the advantages of doing these surveys, there'll be post surveys later, but is that it'll allow me to provide organization level reports as well as the overall reports. And you might be able to use those for your own needs assessments. the other thing is that it might be possible to get some of the data I want to use the surveys to get. It might be possible to get that out of files, but that's also something that we can talk about. Then toward the end, that will be when we start talking about outcomes, things like how did it go, and look for any changes in skills or access for your customers. So to do that, I'll be asking for interviews with you and your digital navigator. And again, asking how did it go? What did you learn? What works? And then I'll be interested to know and to be able to report what impact this has had on your organization and what's next for you all, including what you'll need to implement those next steps. Okay, let's see, next. And of course, we'll need to gather information from customers. So here will be the post surveys with some of the same assessment questions that I'm thinking the answers will be different now. There'll be more skills and more access. And again, it'll be the question of how best to administer it. I'll need the support of the digital navigators to do that. And the idea is that we would do it, as late as possible in the customers' time with this program, but not so late that we miss them. And so in addition to the post surveys, we would do focus groups, and I'll be asking you to recruit participants, and we'll have a financial incentive we can offer that makes it easier. We'll need to decide on whether the focus groups can be in person or if they have to be online, and that would be I think the pandemic would be the deciding factor for that. But if it's in person, I'll ask for help in implementing it, and I'll teach you how. But there can be a lot of people. It can be fun, and it's really active, and I'll bring a big meal. So this is just the summary here. It's of what in green is what I'll be asking of you. So that's the plan. Uh-oh, how do I stop? Marcel, how do I unshare?
I think you have to, do you have multiple screens?
Oh, here, yes, but maybe
Yeah, you have to
it?
find, yeah, there you go.
Okay, thank you.
It can be hard to find when you have multiple screens. Thank you, Liz.
Oh,
Sabrina.
I'm supposed to send it to Sabrina.
Hi. All right. So Sabrina Roach, Make Digital Equity is just my little consulting company. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was hired by the National Digital Inclusion Alliance to facilitate working groups with about 60 digital equity practitioners from around the country. That was a scary time, and it was an amazing time because I got to be around all of these very experienced folks who care about the work very much. So our task was to add a layer of digital equity support. What does that mean? To the social safety net in our communities. So this is a model where a digital navigator, as the person became to be known as, knows where the resources are for your low-cost home internet, devices, and digital skills. Those elements of digital equity, when put together, gets a person closer to digital equity. And people who could share that information in a way that's trauma-informed, respectful, and responsive to the needs of a community person who is contacting them. Late in the winter of 2021, I worked with King County Library System to build an internal-facing digital navigator program. So you might not have heard of it unless you're, one of the community groups that they partner with. And I worked with many folks on this call to advocate for state funds for digital equity programs like digital navigators. That led to an allocation of about $50 million, and it's looking like the Washington State Broadband Office has committed about $30 million since January for digital navigators in Washington State. There has not been much time and money allocated to coordinating all of those groups doing this great work and learning from each other. So this project addresses that a little bit. This project also addresses language access in a more robust way than I've seen any other program in the country. It also addresses adaptive and assistive technology and career opportunities for digital navigators, which is exciting. Certainly, there's an intentionality around coordinated efforts regionally. So we'll be going through a community design process of sorts, coordinating these services. I've got the same cold, I think, that Daryl does. Trainings based on the needs of your digital navigators and what you want to see happen with your teams. We're going to look at how to do collaboration agreements so that your experience and your ideas, the things that you've been doing in your organizations, get attributed to your organizations. And so that we can bring that along with us as part of that story of how we do this work together. And that peer-to-peer community of practice, resources, career resources, but it'll depend on the digital navigators, you know, what they do with it, but we hope to offer all kinds of different ways for them to get to know each other, and hopefully in 5 years or in 10 years, they're still in touch, helping each other out on projects. And definitely amplifying their work as emerging leaders. It's an important component here, their visibility that hopefully leads to more career opportunities. And we'll also be sharing out those support tools regionally and statewide and nationally. And if any of you want to get involved in the national work, there are opportunities for that. Okay, who's next?
Thank you. Thank you, Sabrina. You know, we're just very excited about this work, and like Sabrina, Liz, and the consortium members have said, this is just a very collaborative process, and we are designing it with you. We're getting your input, and we really want to hear your feedback and doing this work in partnership. So there's no one size fits all. There's going to be challenges, but we're going to work through them together. And yeah, so with that, I think we would like to open it up for any questions you may have to the consortium members, to Sabrina, to Liz, to Daryl, or the WDC team. So with that, just feel free to come off mute or put your question in the chat, and Shalana and I will do our best to address them. Please, I think that question is for you in the chat.
Yes, definitely. I've got the draft of the pre-survey ready, and I think it's in Marisol's hands. So we'll work it over and then send it to you all to get your feedback. And I think it will be fine. I'm okay with, if you have 1 or 2 questions that are particularly important for your organization, we can customize them for each organization.
Thank you. And we can send that off probably by tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're moving fast.
Well, we can send the pre off by tomorrow. The post isn't ready yet.
Yes, the pre. And the pre for just feedback and any just additions that the organizations want to make, right? Okay. Any other questions or comments? Maybe as you think about them, and you can always email us or call us if questions come up later. I can share with you kind of what we're thinking as far as next steps. So this is where we are, kickoff meeting. We're planning and working hard to really try to get contracts out, hopefully maybe by the end of the month. We have a statement of work that I think it's ready to go. Shalane and I will be reaching out to each of you this week, just to share with you an update on the statement of work, but also the revised deliverables based on the funding amount, so that you know exactly what's going to go in that contract. And once we hear from you, then we will have a statement of work that is ready to go for contracts. And Laura will be reaching out to you this week to set up individual meetings to go over the budget sheet so that you can fill out those forms, and those will go into the contracts as well. So we have several steps that need to be completed so that you can receive a contract through DocuSign. Interconnection is, we'll be making devices available as of this month and all the way through June. So they will be sharing the forms, and I'll be making a direct connection to interconnection, but also sharing with Morgan the point of contacts at each of the organizations that will be in charge of submitting the request on behalf of each of the organizations. So Morgan knows who, for example, at World Relief will be submitting device requests. But those will be available as of, I think, next week, but Morgan can probably maybe share with us maybe an update on when devices might be available for distribution. Morgan, is there anything you want to add there?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, so like Marisol said, right, this is, we are actively ready to start, fulfilling orders and getting things moving forward on our end. It's just, again, we're going to be sending out those order forms, and then once I get those contact information so that I know, right, because we don't want a bunch of different emails submitting things, because then I just don't know exactly, who's submitting through what. So once all that gets figured out, then we'll be able to start, doing distributions and deliveries. And like I said in my little 3-minute chat, that I will be, after I get that information from Marisol, I'll be reaching out to kind of, introduce myself again more personally and give you a more clear rundown of exactly, the order form and the whole process there and everything like that. So yeah, thanks, Marisol.
Thank you. And then, organizations launch their services December through January. So we have this month and next month for the organizations to start, providing their services. We expect to have our first peer-to-peer gathering sometime in January. So we are very excited about that. And we will probably send maybe a doodle poll just to find out what might work best for the entire group. So be on the lookout for that. We also, the contracts have a start date of December 1st. So you can invoice the WDC for any expenses incurred during the month of December, starting in January. So, and Laura will be sharing those templates as well. And ongoing technical assistance. So from now until June, we're here to offer support, help answer questions, and again, doing this in partnership with all of you. And with that, just wondering if you have any questions or comments that you might want to share with us.
Marisol, one question or comment that may come up in the future. In terms of the gatherings, do you anticipate them all being in person or virtual? I know we had spoken about potentially having them at some community organizations so that people can get to know one another, but just thought that may come up during this hour and we should chat about it.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a good I think it makes sense for us to meet virtually in January and then as a group when we have that peer-to-peer meeting to discuss whether or not the group wants to meet in person and what that could look like, or if you all want to continue to meet virtually. But that's definitely something that we want to hear from you all. But I'm envisioning, and I think you were probably envisioning too, that, you know, peer-to-peer meetings, potentially the first one will be a virtual meeting, and that's probably what we're leaning towards. With that, if there are no other questions or comments, thank you again for your time, for the partnership. And we're just very excited about this project and working with all of you, and more to come this week. So a lot of information coming your way, and just know that we're working hard to getting contracts out and getting this project going. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.
Will you be sending this PowerPoint out?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do
Thank
that.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.